It's not every day something happens to me that's so out of left field that I feel like I have to document it. There's a few things. There's a lot of the things that happen with Deedles that like I'm keeping to myself, and hopefully one day I can be able to put it into a way that'll make a great story. But one of the things I've always wanted to do with this medium and this platform was I wanted to be a documentarian. I love watching people do what they do and be creative. Just like watching gears churn. It's always been fascinating to me. And so like one of the things I've always wanted to do is just document things, and this is a situation that I feel like I need to document in a general sense. I know this is a long lead up to an intro, but I'm a bit of a jaded person, and it's not something I say with any kind of pride. It's just the situation is that I've been through a certain amount of things that I don't find crazy anymore. You know, I worked in a gothic industrial fetish club where I saw people do things to each other that just, I don't find that crazy. You know, like I've known a lot of people who are sideshow performers who know how to do, you know, like breathing fire and nails and eating shit. Like I kind of know the tricks of them. Like they've talked to me about them before. I'm not proud that I don't find things exciting because I want to be excited, and I think things are exciting. I'm just not an excitable person. But the other day I woke up and did my normal morning routine, went to the restroom, started making coffee in the room, you know, things started getting a little dizzy, a little lightheaded. Not utterly uncommon. You know, I drink, I get up too fast sometimes from a hangover, don't realize how bad the hangover is. But the room didn't stop when I caught myself. And so I just figured, screw it, I'm gonna go lay down, it'll be done in an hour. And within that hour, that got worse. And talked to my mom, and she's like, oh, I think you have vertigo. Now, I don't know what most of you think about when you think about vertigo. The first thing that pops in my head is a Hitchcock movie and that poster that you see in all these highly cerebral, you know, contextual, well thought out, very intellectual like TV shows where like the super smart person has the vertigo poster in the corner of their office. I've also never seen the movie, but I've known about it for a very, very long time. I've also only ever known one other person who have it, and when they told me they had it, I was shocked that it was an actual real thing. I was 14. But the way they were acting about it, it didn't seem like it was more than just like, oh, you know, it's like a migraine, it'll pass, you know, by tomorrow. This is day 6, and I have a doctor's appointment in about 40 minutes, which I gotta call a freaking Uber driver, because can't ride these things. Bert's let me borrow this super amazingly badass freaking Slim that I've put maybe 30 miles on in 2 days, and wanted to do a video on it because I really, really enjoy this motorcycle and I want to do more on it. But that first interruption was the Harley driver coming to pick it up because I don't feel comfortable riding motorcycles right now, which is the whole purpose of this channel, or at least where a lot of you have found me, and it's something that I very much love doing. I've only owned a motorcycle for over 10 years now, and depending on what this doctor says in a little bit, it could really change a lot of things in my life. Now, there's people saying that it could be a tumor or a brain lesion or some kind of underlying blah. I honestly just think it's an ear infection from me constantly crashing my immune system from poor health issues and just abusing the fact that I am a workaholic that can't physically work anymore. It's been a rough couple of months. I've been really mean to myself. I just think it's a crashed immune system and an annoying ear infection. So we'll find out. Alright, just hopped out of my Uber heading to the walk-in clinic. That was one of the worst car rides I've had in a very, very, very long time because, like I keep telling people, it's a very good thing I'm a professional drunk, because feeling drunk is not an abnormal feeling, and powering through it is not an abnormal feeling. So again, I feel like I can talk my way out of a DUI right now, but walking and the movement is just not fun. Well, that's what the doctor says. God. I have an appointment for 2:30.
See your driver's license.
Half hour in the waiting room, 10 minutes in the freaking doctor's room, $130 later. My ears are just inflamed or whatever. Their thing in the deep is just kind of like really constricting. So he prescribed me some nasal spray and some pill called Antivert. Good, you know, good marketing there. The place that he sent the prescription to is a couple blocks away. There's no point in getting an Uber there and then back and then there. Whatever. I'm walking. This is not fun. Although I have walked around this drunk before, so it's not that crazy of a thing. Motorcycle. Yeah, my vision's a little blurry right now. Like, I can see clearly, but I can't focus. It's weird. It's strange. It's like just constantly. So apparently right now it's nothing super serious. He doesn't think it is anything serious. He thinks that maybe by tomorrow it could actually get perfectly fine again, and I might be able to go and make some money to pay off for the stupid and pay this stupid doctor bill. Ugh, I'm getting sick walking. This is also how I feel like when I get happy drunk. I'm like, woo, this sucks. I'm gonna go prescriptions. We'll talk later. I instinctually want to jaywalk and like hop across the roads and things like when there's no traffic, but I got to keep reminding myself that my situational awareness and my reaction timing is very low right now, so maybe it's not the best idea and just follow the road laws. I got to the Publix and it's gonna be 45 minutes to put a nasal spray into a bag and hand it to me. Subs. Tell me in the comments how much you don't miss watching me eat again. Haha. Oh, too much of it. Alright, so that was one hell of an afternoon. Pills. Nasal spray that looked like it came out of the freaking 1820s. Because it's actual glass. It's heavy. Don't you dare. Oh, okay, that's right, spring loaded. So he said that if it doesn't clear up after about 2 days, if it doesn't feel dramatically better, there's this thing called the Uppbeat maneuver. He promised me that he wasn't going to make me do it because if I did it, I would be there for 3 hours. Don't know what that means, but it's a set of maneuvers to help, like, basically, like, shake up, like combine to, like, Italian dressing jar, basically, or whatever the hell, like, you're moving the liquids in your ear around to make it break up the crystallization. Ugh. I'm gonna put a link to this down there. I have not seen the videos of how this is supposed to work. We're gonna experience some of this together because it sounds terrifying. Uppbeat maneuver to treat BPPV vertigo, whatever that means. All right, it's the first video. There's some fun animations.
Normally, only with head movement does fluid within the inner ear also move, informing the brain that a head turn occurred. However, should a crystal called an otolith gets displaced into the posterior canal of the inner ear, BPPV dizziness occurs.
This sounds like kidney stones for your ear. Ugh.
The Uppbeat maneuver is performed to treat this posterior canal BPPV by trying to get the loose crystal out of the canal. If BPPV is present, eye twitching called nystagmus will occur. After a third...
That doesn't reassure me to do this.
So what's going on with these position changes? Essentially, the head is moved in such a way to manipulate the crystal to fall toward...
Bro! Stop moving away from the microphone. Production matters, man.
Towards the canal opening. With each position change, it takes about 30 to...
This eye movement thing really scares the crap out of me.
Also, if the position changes are done too slowly, the crystal may not settle quickly enough from lack of momentum.
Remember those water toys your parents used to buy you before you go on a road trip, where you just squirt water at something and you try to get a hoop inside of a hook?
And the maneuver will also fail. Once the crystal falls out of the canal, the dizziness should resolve if due to posterior canal B PPV.
Well, that was interesting. Let's see what happens tomorrow. It's been a week since that last thing that you saw. I've had to kind of teach myself how to ride a motorcycle again, because that's a thing that we'll get into in 2 seconds. Had to work, and I mean, the good thing is that I'm used to working drunk, so feeling drunk is not an abnormal thing behind the bar. I also found out that if I drink behind the bar, I have a weird buffer zone between how I feel drunk and how actually drunk I am. Seems to work out in a weird way. Don't tell my boss. During this whole week has been really fascinating, kind of figuring out more of what's going on and how the body works and how simple it is to fuck up your whole life. Let me show you. This is your ear canal, and this is the liquid in your ear canal, and it just kind of like flows freely back and forth, and it tells your brain like left and right, and this is how to balance, and this is how it goes. But one of two things is happening to me from my understanding. One, my inner ear might be swollen, whereas swollen means pinched, which means that it kind of has problems, you know, freely flowing back and forth. So as the swelling goes down, it makes it easier for the fluid to go back and forth, and I start feeling better. The last 4 days, I still feel like there's like 5% left. I've been using percentages to kind of gauge this whole thing, and that 5% is stopping me from being able to ride my motorcycle in a manner that I feel steamed out, that in a manner that I would deem safe and comfortable. This video will show you that the vibrations within a motor is quite significant to any kind of liquid, and the liquid in my ears is doing that. So the second I turn on a motor, I instantly lose my balance. And the fact that this last little bit, which stops me from like being able to be in a motor vehicle comfortably between a regular car or said motorcycles, is not making me feel comfortable, and it's becoming rather disheartening. I worry that I hope and just believe that this is just a general, you know, ear infection, and it's just kind of being a bitch and taking a sweet time at this point. If it doesn't get better soon, I'm gonna get really worried, and I'm gonna have to go see a doctor, because I like riding motorcycles and I want to ride motorcycles. Most of you are here to watch me ride motorcycles and have my idiotic opinion on motorcycles. But as of right now, you know, what is in general, what's going on right now is I'm unsure of my own personal future of being able to get around on my own. You know, I ride motorcycles. It's what I want to do, and it's what I enjoy doing. I choose not to have a car. I don't want to have a car. I don't like cars. So if this vertigo thing does not fix itself very soon, I'm probably going to have to go back to the doctor and have extensively more in-depth tests that I can't afford, nor do I want to do. It's scary. It's disheartening. But, you know, it's not going to stop me. I'm too stubborn. I still ride my motorcycle. It's amazing what muscle memory will do for you. When your balance is kind of weird and you just kind of go, remember muscle memory. It's gotten me this far. I've gotten to work and back and had a couple of drinks, which I shouldn't have. Let's see where this goes, because it's kind of scary. It's kind of this, you know, I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring with this one, because every day I wake up and I feel better, but then I try to do something that is normal and my brain goes, wait, you're still a little wobbly. I'll keep you guys up to date. This is really interesting. So, catch you on the flip side.